The model does not show a single moment in the battle. It depicts all the major events during the 9 hours of fighting, as well as some of the individual actions of soldiers and civilians. The Duke of Wellington is at the crossroads where the road to Wavre, where the Prussians are, meets the road from Charleroi to Brussels. He's placed his army in a defensive position, stretching 3 miles from east to west behind a ridge. Three-quarters of a mile away, Napoleon cannot see the full extent of Wellington's troops hidden behind the ridge. It's not a steep slope to the top, but it's covered in crops and the ground is soft and slippery. The attacking French infantry and cavalry will find it exhausting to advance up to the crest. On Wellington's right is the Chateau Hougoumont, held by British guardsmen and a battalion of Germans from Nassau. It's here that the battle begins, shortly before 11:30 in the morning, as the French try to capture the chateau. Throughout the day, the French try again and again, but never succeed. Around 1 o'clock, Napoleon's artillery opens fire, but many of the Allied troops are protected behind the ridge. The first major infantry attack on Wellington's centre and centre left, beginning soon after 1:30, is withstood. The Allied cavalry counterattacks. Sergeant Hewitt of the Scots Greys captures the first eagle of the day. The next French attack, around 4 o'clock, sees an immense mass of French cavalry bearing down on the right of Wellington's line. 4,400 horsemen on an 800-metre front charge. French riders later say that they were forced so close together that their horses were lifted off the ground. The Allied infantry form squares which are impregnable to cavalry, while the Allied artillery devastates the French riders and horses. After an hour, another 4,000 French horsemen join the attack, but without success. The squares hold firm. In the centre of Wellington's position, in front of his line of troops, is the farm of La Haye-Sainte, occupied by no more than 500 men of the British Army's King's German Legion. The farm is under attack for most of the day by French infantry, with 2,000 men in every assault. Many defenders are killed. Eventually, around 6 o'clock, the troops of the King's German Legion run out of ammunition and have to withdraw from the farm. The 1st 95th Rifles are in a sand pit on the other side of the main road to the farm. When La Haye-Sainte falls, they too withdraw. Soon they're engaged in skirmishing with the French and kill the crews of 2 guns firing on the Allies. This prevents the French taking full advantage of the outpost they fought for so long to capture. The Prussians are advancing from the direction of Wavre. Their arrival will soon give the Allies a huge numerical advantage. Napoleon has time for one final attempt to break Wellington's army. He orders forward his elite troops, the Imperial Guard under Marshal Ney. They advance under the roar of cannon and the beating of drums. But when they reach the crest of the Allied ridge, they're met with devastating volleys of musketry. On the extreme right of the Allied line, Colonel Colborne of the 52nd Light Infantry, supported by the 2nd 95th Rifles, moves his battalion forward and wheels to attack the Imperial Guard on the extreme left in their flank. The tactic is successful. The French retreat in disarray. Wellington orders the general advance. The Allied army and the Prussians have won the Battle of Waterloo. As night falls, 55,000 men and many thousands of horses lie dead or wounded